this is Tasha.
This is Taylor.
And we're in
Tullahoma, Tennessee.
We're on our way to our next hunt at Old Lincoln County Hospital.
We were there a couple years ago. Surprisingly, almost 2 years ago.
It got broken into.
Yeah, so we're gonna have the owner there, but we got some taser flashlights just to keep us safe from humans.
They're loud.
From humans.
But
we're not afraid of the ghosts, we're afraid of the humans.
But it's gonna be a 30-minute drive to get there, and then we'll be back on and we'll give you a tour of the building. Hey guys, so we're here. Here's the back where the emergency room is. We're just kind of walking around.
When I was letting groups come through, if they had,
and then we're gonna go inside soon.
The first experience in here was right up here, and it was just me, Sin, and Sean sitting here talking. I just sort of met them, and we were just talking about stupid stuff. And it sounded like the little girl was literally laughing and coming down the hallway, and you could even hear it, and it was so clear. And I just looked at Sin, and she smiled. Typical tuberculosis hospital, 3 wings. This is your center. That direction is labor and delivery.
Okay.
Chapel. I don't think enough people investigate chapel. Not sure. The thing is the areas of the building, the one thing I've learned is patterns, you know, from talking to all the groups. The whole building is in a pattern. If it's shadow figures, you'll see shadow figures for a month or so. You know, if it's a white mist that people are seeing or experiencing, it cycles for a little while. The activity is not an area. You know, it's not like, where do you go? Well, if you go there all the time, yeah, there's some. But it's a hospital. You pick your spot. And I'm a believer, and I tell people, go to where you want to go, where you feel like it calls you. Sit down and be normal. Yeah. Start talking about your kids, your sick mom, your dad that died. Be you first, and that activity will come to you. I think the normalcy is what they like, you know. Talk about normal stuff versus pressuring them. So, what's the hot spot of the hospital? Have no clue. Yeah, it could be anywhere. I know the emergency room is my place. I mean, I've never been disappointed in the emergency room. So everyone likes the labor and delivery.
Water drop.
Yep.
A ladybug.
It's a ladybug.
Oh, those things are just terrible.
It was biting me.
They do.
I know.
They're terrible. That's all labor and delivery.
See? It's debunked.
Ladybug debunked.
Emergency room, hands down, just, I've never been disappointed in here. It's where people say, is the building haunted? Man, I've seen the equipment that people bring here. I've watched it do what it's supposed to do. You know, I've watched K2s light up by the handful. Mel meters, 7s, you know, temperature things go down 20 degrees. I just, so, is it haunted? I don't know, but it makes your equipment go crazy.
Okay.
Just numerous things. One of the first things, been touched right there. Well, I've noticed on this door, no matter who was coming through the groups, if they walk through this door like this direction, their K2 would go off. If they come through the door this direction, it wouldn't. You know, so I was like, okay. And then I started noticing the pattern. No matter who was holding the K2 or what group, or even what day, that's sort of what would. So I was like, okay, maybe a doctor would hug this corner. If he's going this way, he's going to lunch. If he's going this way, he's going around to the. So I don't know. Had a guy come back one night, and he worked in here for like 17 years. So he walked through, and Miss so-and-so sat there, she smoked, and that was cool. And then there was a particular doctor that died. I forget his name. Whitmore. Had a heart attack at home, and they brought him in. Well, they worked on him in there. So he died in there, and this guy was part of the crew that was trying to save him. And so he was talking, and he just started crying. He's like, man, Mr. Whitmore, or whatever he called him, he said, we tried. You know, it was probably the first time he'd ever, my goodness, everybody's K2s just started lighting up. We even got it on video because it was so crazy because everybody's, even, I mean, just, and it was like, all right, that was weird. I've seen all of this stuff, you know, just, so I like this, but each room is different.
Jamie, if you sit back here in the dark, it's been captured a couple times, the light will appear.
Yeah,
light.
we've tried to debunk that one because we've sat here and tried to play with this light before, trying to figure out if that light's coming from outside. We can't figure it
We
out.
just gave up on it.
Yeah, I mean, because
We
a
couldn't figure
few
it out.
people. I always tell people come over here last.
Two small roses are in that room.
I mean, I've watched people.
There's the window showing.
I know, and the rose, smell of roses, remember?
Yeah.
And then they go downstairs after a few minutes and it all comes back.
Y'all have a K2 meter?
Yeah.
Use this room tonight and call out for Aunt Rita.
Who?
Aunt Rita.
Aunt Rita?
Yeah, she hemorrhaged and died here. K2 meter go off like crazy every time we mention her name. Then again some night.
Second floor was acute care. Surgery, all of your rooms for acute care was on that end. This end was ICU. So
Weren't we over there when we called her?
No, weren't we up one more floor?
We were on the third,
We were on the
Oh,
third
I
floor.
thought we were at the...
behind the nurse's station.
Yeah, I know, it was behind the nurse's station.
it's like third floor was like your floor that you didn't have insurance or it was your catch-all floor.
Really?
If people would drop Uncle Bob off because he drank a little too much and let him stay here for 2 months.
Of activities. Feel the nauseous, sick.
Take your crystals.
What's the matter?
She wants me to take my crystals
been sick,
because
okay?
I've been sick.
So you guys will
Count 4 or 5 times, call it her mama.
Oh, that's sad.
But I tried it again many nights, nothing. And I'm, like Jamie was talking, we put recorders on each floor, let them record. Jamie put recorders on each floor, let them record like 2 hours, and we just left. And I sat back at home and listened to every recorder, solid. But when somebody comes up here, get to talking about their job or get to talking about like a conversation, that's when you pick up EVP.
I think that's like the same as at home. I mean, if you record me at home by myself, I'm not gonna be talking. You know,
It's
well,
just
sometimes
silent.
I do.
Well, you hear, popping,
Yeah.
settling, I guess, but no voices, anything like that. But when you come back and start talking, you'll catch EVP.
No. Well, one time, yes. There was a,
On the second
When
floor.
Sean was with us, he put his phone in the middle of this hallway and had like some music playing. When we all got back here, shadows out of every door went straight towards that phone.
Was that on this floor?
I thought it was this down next.
Well, it was one of these hallways.
Wherever
well, the
yeah.
second, Sean likes getting on that one and second, because he gets activity out of that second floor that a lot of people don't get. And it's right around that center. And there's,
Yeah.
Some rooms just stay completely intact right now. And then some rooms are totally destroyed.
well, it's probably from roof leak, different things like that, but it's even weirder than that, because when I first bought the building, There was some of it looked like you could have had surgery in, like that delivery room. I walked in and it was like, it looked like it was clean the day before, and it had, 15 years. This is the room that the doctor was talking about on the show.
And if the wind blowing, you hear
Yeah.
like a growling sound. We debunked it.
Okay.
This bent pipe
Mm-hmm.
somewhere right there.
Oh yeah, are you the one that went up there and jammed something in it? I jammed something in it.
No,
Not so
right
long
here.
ago, did.
Wind blowing, you hear like,
Okay.
you hear that.
Yeah, part of the noises, like the loudness or whatever of the building, you just let it roll. But some of the EVPs I heard, it's like, it sounds like they're right in the
Recorder?
microphone. So it's like, okay, you can't, that's not a loud building.
Yeah.
That's,
I talking to a funeral home director yesterday, he said they have put bodies downstairs, they pull around back, he said, they have been stinking pretty bad too when they come up here and get them. I say, yeah, a dead body, they will smell.
She called it the injection room, and that's where we got the, she's talking about how people feel like we get hooked
I
up.
caught so much here on all floors,
And then that's where I got that.
shot on TVs, yeah, people got scratched, cuts, hanging.
What would be the injection?
yeah, why would they have a room, unless it's the pharmacy? Now, the pharmacy's just a whole other, it's got issues, I think, not because of a pharmacy, but because of where it geographically sits on the footprint of the property. Because of the old college and the hospital, there's a section in the hospital that I think has some of the college issues versus hospital. That's why I think the evidence on the second floor is different. I had a psychic tell me one time it was chaotic, that the people up there are anxious because of this and that. But it's a little different. Because the college is 1919, I've seen the yearbooks. Those are the years that everyone looked creepy. As men,
Yeah.
they were stern, they were racist, they were sexist, they hazed people. These are all the groups, and it's in their yearbooks. Their songs talk about it. One group talks about taking people to the cemetery and basically doing things to them. Another group, and this is where my issue with like the pharmacy and the emergency room sits above a boiler room, and they were called the boiler room kids, boiler room something. And you see on the picture of the yearbooks of them sitting, on the steps, and the boiler room is to the left of them in the background. Well, now it's buried inside the hospital. So if you go there, you can see where it used to be the outside of the building, and if you could step outside and magically look past what's built there now, that's right where they were, which sits right under the emergency room, right under the pharmacy. People have said that they've heard like 1920 songs. So that whole area, and if you think about that being an injection room, I can't even think of anyone like an injection room other than
Was it
pharmacy.
by,